Rome. A place where ancient emperors walked the same streets you will, where every corner holds 2,000 years of history, and where the past isn't just remembered, it's still alive. Today, we're taking you through the heart of Rome, from gladiator arenas to Renaissance masterpieces, from hidden fountains to the world's smallest country. Let's start where most travelers do, the Colosseum. Built between 72 and 80 AD under Emperors Vespasian and Titus, this massive amphitheatre was completed in just 8 years, a remarkable feat for a structure of this scale. It could accommodate up to 50,000 spectators across 4 levels of seating. The structure hosted gladiatorial contests, wild animal hunts, and even naval battles. The arena floor could be flooded using water channeled from nearby aqueducts. These spectacles were free to the public, funded by emperors to maintain political favour. The Colosseum measures 189 metres long, 156 metres wide, and stands 48 metres tall, nearly a modern 12-storey building. The architecture is revolutionary. The use of arches and concrete, with progressively lighter materials at higher levels, made it both massive and structurally sound. It featured 80 entrances numbered with Roman numerals, allowing the entire crowd to enter and exit in less than 15 minutes through an efficient vomitoria system. The Romans didn't actually call it the Colosseum. Its real name was the Flavian Amphitheatre, named after the dynasty that built it. Colosseum comes from the Colossus of Nero, a 30-metre bronze statue that once stood nearby. Beneath the arena floor was the Hypogeum, a 2-level underground network of tunnels and cages where gladiators and animals waited. 80 vertical shafts contained trapdoors and hand-operated elevators that could lift animals and fighters to the arena floor in dramatic surprise entrances. The system was so sophisticated that sources describe elephants, lions, and even entire trees emerging through the floor. The exterior was once covered in gleaming white travertine marble. Over centuries, much was stripped and repurposed for other buildings, including St. Peter's Basilica. Even the metal clamps holding the stones together were pried out, leaving those distinctive pockmarks you see today. A short walk from the Colosseum brings you to the Roman Forum, nestled in a valley between the Palatine and Capitoline hills. Your Colosseum ticket includes entry here. For over 1,000 years, this was the beating heart of ancient Rome, the centre of political power, religious life, and daily commerce. Political speeches echoed from the rostra, trials decided fates in the basilicas, triumphal processions celebrated military victories, and markets traded goods from across the empire. The Curia Iulia served as the Senate House, where 300 senators gathered to debate laws, declare wars, and shape the destiny of the Roman world. The building you see today was rebuilt by Julius Caesar in 44 BC and later restored by Emperor Diocletian in 303 AD after a fire. The original massive bronze doors, dating to antiquity, were moved to the Basilica of St. John Lateran in the 17th century, where they remain today. The Temple of Saturn, one of Rome's oldest temples, was built in 497 BC and housed the state treasury, essentially ancient Rome's central bank. The 8 towering columns you see are from a 4th century AD reconstruction. During Saturnalia, Rome's most important festival held each December, the treasury would be symbolically opened and gifts distributed to the public, with social norms temporarily inverted as slaves dined with masters. The Arch of Septimius Severus dominates the northern end of the Forum. Built in 203 AD, it stands 23 metres high and spans 25 metres wide, commemorating Emperor Septimius Severus and his son's military victories over the Parthian Empire in modern-day Iraq and Iran. The arch is remarkably preserved, with intricate relief sculptures depicting battle scenes, triumphal processions, and captive enemies still clearly visible after 1,800 years. The Basilica of Maxentius and Constantine, started in 308 AD, had a ceiling that reached 35 meters, held up by massive concrete vaults. Only the northern aisle remains, but it gives you a sense of the scale. If the Colosseum is about power and noise, the Pantheon is about perfection and silence. Built around 126 AD under Emperor Hadrian, the Pantheon features the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world, a record it still holds 2,000 years later. Engineers today study it, still amazed by its construction. The dome is exactly 43.3 meters wide and 43.3 meters high, a perfect hemisphere. If you placed a sphere inside, it would fit perfectly, with its top touching the oculus and bottom touching the floor. The concrete was poured in layers, using progressively lighter materials. The base uses heavy travertine and volcanic tufa mixed with concrete. The middle uses lighter brick and tufa. The top, near the oculus, uses volcanic pumice, the lightest stone available. This reduced the dome's weight from an estimated 9,000 tons to about 5,000 tons. The oculus, the 9-meter hole at the top, is open to the sky. When it rains, water falls straight through, but the floor has 22 almost invisible drainage holes and a slight convex shape that channels water away. On sunny days, a beam of light moves across the interior like a giant sundial, illuminating different sections throughout the day. The bronze doors are original, nearly 2,000 years old and still in working condition. They weigh 20 tons and are considered the oldest continuously functioning doors in Rome. In 609 AD, it was converted to a Christian church, Santa Maria ad Martires. This saved it from pillaging. While other pagan temples were destroyed for building materials, the Pantheon remained intact. Raphael is buried here. His tomb, designed by his student, reads, "Here lies Raphael, by whom nature feared to be outdone while he lived, and when he died, feared she would die with him." Italian kings Victor Emmanuel II and Umberto I are also buried here. The Trevi Fountain isn't just beautiful, it's a working monument to Roman engineering. It marks the endpoint of the Aqua Virgo aqueduct, completed in 19 BC under Marcus Agrippa. That same aqueduct still supplies water to the fountain today, over 2,000 years of continuous flow. The water travels 20 kilometers from springs in Salone. The current fountain was commissioned in 1732 by Pope Clement XII and designed by Nicola Salvi. Construction took 30 years, finishing in 1762. It's built into the back wall of the Palazzo Poli, standing 26 meters high and 49 meters wide. At its center, Oceanus rides a shell-shaped chariot pulled by two seahorses, one wild, one calm, representing the sea's dual nature. The tritons guiding them represent youth and maturity. The entire composition is surrounded by allegorical figures representing abundance and health. The fountain pumps 2,824,800 cubic feet of water daily, about 80,000 cubic meters. At night, it's illuminated by over 100 LED lights, making it one of Rome's most dramatic evening sights. The coin tradition: stand with your back to the fountain, toss a coin over your left shoulder with your right hand. 1 coin means you'll return to Rome, 2 coins mean you'll find love, 3 coins mean you'll marry that person. Over 1.5 million euros are thrown in yearly, collected nightly by city workers and donated to Caritas, a Catholic charity supporting Rome's poor. Now we cross into a different country, literally. Vatican City is the smallest sovereign state in the world, 0.49 square kilometers, roughly 800 residents. It has its own postal service, radio station, Vatican Radio, broadcasting since 1931, railway station, euro coins, and legal system based on canon law. It became independent in 1929 via the Lateran Treaty, signed between Pope Pius XI and Mussolini. Before this, popes had been prisoners in the Vatican since 1870, when Italy unified and seized the Papal States. The Vatican museums contain over 70,000 works of art, displayed across 54 galleries covering 7 kilometers of corridors. The collection includes 20 courtyards, 1,400 rooms, and spans 5 centuries of art history. If you spent 1 minute on each piece, it would take 4 years to see everything. The Gallery of Maps features 40 topographical maps of Italy from 1580 to 1583, each 10 feet tall. The Raphael rooms contain frescoes by Raphael, including the School of Athens, showing ancient philosophers including Plato, with Leonardo da Vinci's face, and Aristotle. The Egyptian Museum houses artifacts spanning 3,000 years, including 9 Egyptian mummies. St. Peter's Basilica is the largest church in the world, 15,160 square meters, with an interior height of 46 meters and dome reaching 136.5 meters. Construction took 120 years, 1506 to 1626, under 8 popes. Architects included Donato Bramante, Michelangelo, Carlo Maderno, and Gian Lorenzo Bernini. Bernini's bronze baldachin over the main altar stands 29 meters tall, as high as a 10-story building. It was cast using bronze stripped from the Pantheon's portico on orders of Pope Urban VIII, leading Romans to say, "What the barbarians didn't do, the Barberini did." Barberini was the Pope's family name. The dome, designed by Michelangelo, is double-shelled, with 16 ribs visible from the interior. At the Tiber's edge stands Castel Sant'Angelo, a 2,000-year-old building that's been a tomb, fortress, prison, and papal residence. Emperor Hadrian commissioned it in 123 AD as his mausoleum. Completed in 139 AD under Antoninus Pius, it was originally covered in white marble, topped with a garden, and crowned by a bronze statue of Hadrian in a chariot. It stood 48 meters tall, the tallest structure in Rome at the time. The cylindrical design, 64 meters in diameter at the base, was strategically brilliant. In 403 AD, it was incorporated into the Aurelian walls as a fortress. During the medieval period, popes used it as a stronghold. The Passetto di Borgo, an 800-meter elevated corridor, connects the castle to the Vatican. Built in 1277, it allowed popes to escape to safety during attacks. Pope Clement VII used it during the 1527 sack of Rome, hiding in the castle for months while the city burned. The name comes from 590 AD, when Pope Gregory the Great claimed to see Archangel Michael above the mausoleum sheathing his sword, signaling the end of a plague. A statue of the angel was placed on top. The current bronze statue, by Flemish sculptor Peter Anton von Verschaffelt, dates to 1753 and weighs several tons. The Ponte Sant'Angelo Bridge, originally built by Hadrian in 134 AD, features 10 angel statues designed by Bernini in 1688. During medieval times, it was an execution site. Bodies were displayed on the bridge as warnings. Rome is loud, crowded, chaotic, and sometimes frustrating. But it's also beautiful, timeless, and absolutely unforgettable. So book the ticket, wear comfortable shoes, eat the pasta, throw the coin, get lost in the streets, and let Rome do what it does best: make you fall in love. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more travel guides. See you in the next one.